Okay, hi, my name's Ross and I'm here to talk to you today about the architecture of difference. The architecture of difference is something that I've been exploring for all of my career, and I'm hopefully going to talk you into buying into this today in the site of Canary Wharf and the boundary between Canary Wharf and Poplar. So when I visited the site, I looked at the grandeur of Canary Wharf, and it was all lovely. Everyone was going about their business, doing their work, meeting someone at lunchtime. That's great. But then I went over to the other side, Poplar, and there are these things happening that are very unexpected. This woman here is, I was kind of thinking, where's she come from? Whereas when I was in Canary Wharf, I knew where people come from. I've seen them come out of one kind of disgrace. And then got me thinking about, what does this old lady know, and how is she gonna pass the knowledge on? Is there a medium that she can pass her knowledge on, and the things that she knows? And there was this church, All Saints Church, and again you can see the contrast between the two areas there. And so that's how I started this investigation. This led me on to comparing the wealth between the two areas. Obviously, we know that the Millwell area is the most has the best resources, and the East India and Lansbury is the most deprived, which I think you can tell from these pictures here and the way that people are using the spaces. So really, what I want to do here is create some kind of interaction between these two spaces, and to analyse and take forward the way that people work here and the way that people go about their lives here, and try and come up with an architecture that will promote this. I was thinking about the problems and why is there this segregation and separation, and obviously there's the physical features of the roads and the trains and the landscape there, and the Crossrail station, which is also very rectilinear across the site, is going to compound this problem. Looked at the business planning from around the area, and found that obviously most of the financial business, standard business, happens in the Canary Wharf site, obviously, and around in the Poplar it's mostly residential. Another issue with the site that I found is, obviously this has all come about from business improvement district, from the Thatcher era, and the fact that this is now all private land, and so if you want to actually go and do something on there that is not what you're meant to be doing, you have to get permission for it. So essentially this is one of the aspects that's keeping people out, aside from the physical aspects. I looked again at just turning the Crossrail route on its head, the right angle, to try and do what this bridge couldn't do. And then I kind of had the idea that this Billingsgate market, which is now kind of running into its end legs, is going to be the site, and we're going to create some kind of bridge for the integration and interaction of different people. So I'm thinking about, why don't these people interact? We know why they don't interact on a physical level, but on a mental and emotional level, why don't they react? And I looked at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I'm going to be looking at people from the different areas and how their physical environment is affecting their actualization of these needs, and how, if we can bring people together, we can start to fulfill the higher self-actualization. I've been researching into signage and how we're bombarded with signs and what to do and control, and found out that the UK has more CCTV than the rest of Europe put together. And I really feel that this is a factor that has a big effect on our society. There's a thing which I'm sure you know called secure by design, and I feel that this is kind of taking away personal responsibility. And so I kind of had the idea that if we start to really push for more personal responsibility, especially in our cities and in places such as Canary Wharf, where at the moment it is Canary Wharf where people just come quickly, they do their work and they leave. Really, if we can remove the signage and the kind of stigma of the actions that go on there, and if we can bring in people from these other surrounding communities, can we start to build a base that encourages the creation of ideas? The kind of premise of the project starts with the fact that there is a demise in the financial industry. And where will we go from this? We know that most of the people that have kind of left finance have gone into teaching. So why can't they come, instead of teaching children, teach people that are of a kind of more ethnical, diverse, or of a different age group? So the concept is to look towards something that everybody knows, which is nature, and how we can incorporate nature and aspects of nature into our designs of environment to create a level playing field that everybody can attain to and start to interact and create ideas for the city of the future. Thanks.
Spot on.